Hello everybody, this is Abnormal and welcome back to Date Warp. It's beautiful, it's magnificent. I've forgotten everything. I showed this game to my friend when she came round and even she was like, oh, I love these type of games, oh my god. So, you know, just in case in the future that there's maybe any glitches or any changes to the story, blame her. Blame her for fiddling with my stuff and being like, I want to know the cause. Anyway, Tuesday morning after breakfast, Nathaniel has asked us all to meet in the main lobby to discuss last night's incident. What happened last night? I can't remember. I'm not sure Bradley knows what happened at all, but the other two look worried. The house is still standing, so it can't be too serious. Right now, we're just waiting for Linz and Rafael. The grand lobby. Oh, it's so... it's so impressive. When I first saw it days ago, now in this room I can't help thinking about the force field that forms the bars of my prison. It's hardly there at all. There is a distortion, but you can see through it. But despite that, it's completely impassable. That could be a kind of a psychological torture. If there were something you wanted more anything else in the world, separated from you by nothing more than a soap screen bubble, you couldn't quite grasp it. There's no one thing that I would want so badly. There's only everything. Freedom, my future, my opportunities, my choices. My whole life is waiting out there for me to get it back. Funny how everything looks a lot like nothing. That doesn't make sense. Ah, they're here. What's up, boys? Well, maybe we'll get some answers. Okay, new voices, because it's been like 3 weeks since I played this. As most of you know, there was some difficulty with the power systems last night. The secondary generators compensated and there was no data loss. However, it's clear that the power demands are slightly higher than anticipated. It is important that we minimize consumption in order to prevent an overload. Therefore, we must disable the air conditioning and water heater. How does that affect the force fields? Oh god, Bradley and Linz have the same voice! It doesn't. Yet. Please, don't get upset. Should I be upset? Ugh. I'm just gonna add a ugh after, because that's the type of boy Bradley seems like. He stares at me. Janet, why aren't you saying anything? What's going on? Does she know? Know what? Ugh. He seems like the kind of ugh type boy. No, I don't know. I'm waiting for someone to tell me if you'd quit interrupting. I remember Janet's voice. Alwyn snickers. Shut up, Alwyn. Well, so get on with it. What's the big secret? Spoil my sense of showmanship, will you? Please. Very well. Suffice it to say that for the past few days I have been carrying out experimental medical practices on a critically ill patient. What patient? Come with us to the basement, and you will understand. And if you touch anything, they will suffer quite inventive consequences. I'm sure they understand that. Give Bradley and Janet some credit. No thanks. It is important that we all remain calm. Everyone looks at Bradley, even me. There's nothing I can do now anyway. So if you want to tell us what's going on, be my guest. Then follow me. Together, we descend the stairs into the basement. I'm less frightened than I was last time I was here, but still, I don't know what to expect. That's probably because Bradley was holding a gun to my back last time. Thanks, Bradley. What have they been hiding from us all this time, and why now are they willing to show us? It is us that they're showing. Bradley and me. Whatever is down here, everyone else already knew about it. Down and around and around and down. What is this? Inside the cavernous, unfinished space of Nathaniel's basement, someone has built a medical laboratory. There are computers and equipment, some that I recognise, some that I don't. And one patient, surrounded by tubes and wires, unmoving. This is what I saw in my dream. We all hang back at the edge of the room, staring. Who is she? Oh, my sister. She's in a coma? Not exactly. Is she alive? At the moment, she is neither alive nor dead, but in a state where she might potentially become either. A situation which will be altered when the procedure is complete. That's the experiment that's been counted down? This thing you're doing, it finishes tomorrow? That is correct. She looks like a sleeping princess in a fairy tale. The prisoner of a witch's curse, trapped between life and death. Well, what happens then? Her spirit comes back, or is lost forever. Which is why it is imperative that the procedure is not interrupted. If the odds are only 50-50 at best, you've seen what you needed to see. Now get out of here. I don't want you hovering over her. Can she hear us? No, she's not there now. I just wanted to wish her well. Bianca will not remember, but we will. Let us go. Quietly, we file out of the experimental chamber, up the stairs and back to the mansion proper. Nathaniel leads us to the sitting room and gestures for everyone to make themselves comfortable on the chairs and sofas. He remains standing, his fingertips lingering over the curves of the candlesticks atop the fireplace. Thank you, music. Great time. The sunlight through the windows should be a pleasant relief from the unnatural environment of the laboratory below, but even here, if you look closely enough, you can see the patterns of the force field crawling across the glass. I don't know what happened to my voice then. Well, the force fields then! Is that part of your experiment? I am not entirely certain how they came about. There does seem to be some sort of feedback problem leaking into the electrical system. It was not intentional. But we can't shut down and debug it at the moment. No, of course not. You could have told us from the beginning. What possible reason would there have been to trust you? Why would we have wanted to hurt your sister? Albin scoffs. Thanks, Albin. Great input, Albin. I don't know about your universe, but here, this sort of experiment happens to be illegal. What? Not to mention potentially lucrative if information came to the right hands. So keeping someone in a coma? Trying to get someone out of a coma is illegal? That sounds weird. You thought we were spies? Your arrival did seem rather coincidentally timed. I shake my head. I've got to sneeze. I don't know how things work here. I don't know what you're doing or how dangerous it is, but as long as you haven't made false promises and everyone knows the risks, we do. Is Nathaniel and Albin related? Maybe. I spread up my hands and shrug awkwardly. I hope it works out for you. If force fields can spring up like magic in this world, then maybe some electrical process can bring someone back from a vegetative state. I just don't know. Whoa. Now that you know, you understand. Now that you know, you understand why it's important to control our power usage, and why we may all be rather distracted for the next 30 hours or so. 30 hours? Jesus. Oh, yes, of course. What am I going to do in 30 hours? To watch porn. Oh my god, they won't. What if they don't have porn in this world? Oh god. And with that, the gathering dissolves. As I'm about to leave, a set of soft fingers takes hold of my hand. Oh, Raphael! He's so sweet. Raphael pulls me along to the ground lobby, keeping us out of everyone's way. He looks back and forth, biting his lip, then speaks. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you the truth before. Albin and Nathaniel have been so worried. I know you were good, but I promised them. And Lynn's... It's okay. You had to protect Bianca. I understand. Did you really see the lab in your dream? I don't know. Something like that. A girl, a bed. Ugh. The details are always so fuzzy when they dream. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nathaniel. Raphael, now I'll have to son you sleep. I didn't call you Nathaniel. The details are always fuzzy when you dream, and now that I've seen her, that's what I'm going to remember. It's just a coincidence. You told me about being ill, so I dreamed about someone ill. What else could it be? It could be a vision. A sign of something. I don't know what. I really doubt that. Because you don't believe in God. Religion, again? Why does everything have to be about that? Is it such a tragedy that I'm not a Christian? No, but you said you weren't religious at all. Well, I'm not. I don't want to be rude or make you upset, but I feel like it's important. I think I'm being called to you for some purpose. Is it because of your penis? Maybe. That's right. God wants you to put your penis inside of me. He said it in the Bible and everything. In my Bible. Yeah, no, totally. I like to know why you don't believe. Is Janet willing to have a conversation about religion? Do we have to? No, no, I refuse. I refuse. I'm going to save the game. I refuse to have a conversation about this. Do you want to know why? Because maybe it will lead me on a bad path with a bad boy. Yeah, that's right. There you go. You all know what that means. That's right. What would Jehovah do? What was it do? Oh yeah. What was the question? I just went all this time like, shit. I don't know. No, I'm not. It's so rude. Shit, how am I going to do this? There we go. No. I don't want to talk about it. We never agree. It's just a waste of time. Oh, never mind then. Sorry, Raphael, but you and me can never be. My love belongs with Album. I think. I don't like seeing him sad, but he'd probably be even more upset if he knew how I really felt. Do you really believe some boys brought me here for a purpose? For poor boys? Don't you see God's hand at work in filling Bianca's needs? She just happened to have a brother who just happened to spend enough time with street gangs to know about Lynn's, who just happened to be able to help. There's a lot of happenings right there. And if that's not enough of a coincidence, you two just show up from a whole different universe. But what do we have to do with Bianca? I don't know yet. I think he's grasping at straws, trying to find a pattern where there isn't one. For lack of anything better to do, I walk over to the force field again. Since they fixed the problem with the experiment, this thing will be here for another day, and some keeping us prisoner. I still don't think what happened to me yesterday was a dream. It felt completely different. I think I really did go outside and they pushed me back. But you never left the room. We were watching. I turn around. Have you seen No, that movie wouldn't exist, would it? Huh? The force fields are weird signs, right? You don't know what's doing it. What if it pushed me in time as well as space? If it pushed me back to the same instant on Earth than to you, it would look like I never went anywhere. I suppose that's possible. Well, if wormholes of other universes are possible, I'm boring myself. Ugh. If it's only the 1980s here, then we already did travel in time, unless the date system is different. A tiny change could make a big difference. I wish I could see what's out there. A whole new universe, and all I can see so far is this house. It's a whole new world, full of bad people who want to murder you. Yeah. It's like going on a cruise around the world and never leaving the boat. I thumped my fist again on the force field in irritation. Oh, that's weird. What is? It feels more resistant than it was on the first day. Maybe when Lynn's readjusted the power usage, it got stronger. Oh, maybe so. Since Lynn and Raphael don't want to do any more experiments in the force field for fear of endangering Bianca, I suppose I'll have to let that mystery rest. For now. But I don't intend to forget about it. No, I refuse. So, 22 hours. E. No. E. A? What? Are we playing Hangman? What the fuck are we doing? 1A. I! Yes, 2 eyes. And 2 eyes. After dinner, we all tried to think of entertaining ways to pass the time and keep our minds off of things. Arwen suggested poker, but that requires stakes to bet with. Raphael doesn't approve of gambling anyway. Yeah, Raphael. Ugh. Charades was obviously useless because we don't... I have teeny tiny feet! Oh my god! Because we don't share a common popular culture. I've never heard of any of their books or movies. At the moment, we're playing their university's version of Hangman, without the hanging. The word so far is blank A, blank I, blank blank I, blank blank blank. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's an I near the end with 2 letters after it. That could be an ing. How about I mean, and. We add the N and then the G, which leaves us with Something. Fuck, I hate Hangman. Oh, that didn't really help. S. Or. Lynn's nods and updates to raising. Ratifying. Rationing? No. T? No. I'm pretty sure there aren't any more vowels. There's gotta be something that goes with S. L. M. P. Cold as ice. Perhaps H. The H is added to. Lens! Ravishing. Indeed. Pervert. It's only a word. I don't understand why such an innocent game's all about death in your world. Well, it's a kid's game, right? And kids like to joke about death a lot. Yeah, sing terrible songs about murdering their teachers and burning down their schools. They're awful. Children say such things. Never underestimate the viciousness of a small child. Never let them out of your sight. Not all children are vicious, but yes, they do tell horrible jokes at school. And play nasty pranks. Like what? Tax on a seat? What's teabagging? I don't want to know! Oh god, Raphael! Teabagging? Kick me sides? Tying people's feet together. Poison. Lens? Poison? Generally without success, but they do try. No! Nathaniel shakes his head. Even girls do these things? If they don't like you. Or sometimes, even if they do, if they think it's funny. Young people don't understand the damage that they can do. They're used to broken things getting fixed. They don't see the harm. Or they just don't care. Plenty of kids don't care about anything but themselves. Most of them go out of it as they grow up. Once you've lost something, once you have something to regret and know the pain, you think harder about the pain you cause to others. Or you learn to live without regret. Thanks, Lens. Anyone, another game, anyone? Oh god, we've been playing it for 10 hours! That's all I like to think about. It's raining. It's so nice. I'm so tired, I can't think straight. My head leans against the car window, too heavy to move. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Bradley's hands on the wheel. He's not saying anything. Not that he's ever had much to say. I must have dozed off out of boredom. Bradley steers us around a gentle curve to the left and my forehead bumps against the car frame. I'd rather go back to sleep, but I suppose there's too much to ask for. Wait, there's something wrong with this scenario. Haven't I done this before? I was on a date with Bradley and we were driving home and then I saw something and something important happened. I can't remember. Was that some other night? The car keeps turning left, moving around in a giant circle. Are we on a roundabout? I can't remember any roundabouts in Memphis. Turning and turning. Where are we going? I've got to lift my eyes. I've got to see. Raising my head from the glass, I stare out into the night. No trees, no houses, no road. Oh god, I'm going to get travel sickness. We are driving across a sloping black surface that curves up around us like a giant bowl slicked with rain. That's why we keep turning. There's no way forward, only round and round in circles. My feet are getting wet. A giant bowl filling with rain. I tug at the handle of the door, but it won't open. I bang on the glass, but it won't break. We keep going around and sliding further down as the water level rises. There's no escape, nowhere to go but down. This is a dream. But as I recognise the dream, it slips away from me and I feel myself starting to wake up. I'm in bed. I must have slipped down somehow. I'm all tangled up in the sheet and there's no pillow under my head. Maybe that's why I was dreaming about being trapped and drowning. Blearily, I pull the sheet off my face. What on earth? The force field, which was covering the windows and door, blocking any escape from the house, has started to coil inward. That's what shoved me down the bed. If the fields are collapsing, something must have gone terribly wrong. I need to get help. Everybody wake up! Overly dramatic, Janet. The force fields! We know. Come downstairs, we've been waiting for you to wake up. That jerk! I hurried downstairs. Here too, the force field has shrunk inwards a few inches away from the door. Janet, thank goodness you're alright. Where's Bradley? Bradley hops down the stairs behind me, still fastening his pants. His face is showing confusion and dismay. This isn't what it looks like. Obviously, Linz was playing some kind of prank on me back there. Never mind. Well, what's happening? Nathaniel shakes his head. There is no immediate cause for concern. The power cores are crystallizing on schedule. Everything is on target for the reintegration this evening. This is simply an unexpected side effect. Unexpected side effect? You said the force fields are a result of power buildup interacting with the security system wired around the doors and windows. I point at the freestanding shimmer, which is clearly not surrounded by a doorframe. Does that look like wiring to you? It could still be projected somehow. Clearly I was mistaken about the nature of the interference. Must be some sort of ethereal pressure differential relating to the grain potentially. Then I don't care! Cut the technobabble and get to the point. See, me and Al will agree. Why aren't you more worried about this? Ugh. Simple logic. These field effects have been discernible for days without noticeable change, based on the demonstrated rate of... That's not true. Everyone pauses and looks at me. The force field has been getting stronger all along. I noticed yesterday how different it felt. Ask Rafael. And this experiment with Bianca, you started it before Bradley and I got here that night. Remember, didn't you? Yes. When we first walked through the door, the force field wasn't even visible. You've been building up power, so has that field. You don't know how this technology works. Neither do you! So don't tell me you're not worried. Doesn't he know how much is at stake? Doesn't he care? Please, we need to remain calm. Is she right? Are you snowing us? I've never lied to you about the risks of this procedure. They are and always have been substantial. On balance, I would say that there is still a reasonable chance of Bianca getting restored to the procedure, but it is more likely that she won't survive. While the risks to us are extremely difficult to quantify, I would estimate that it is more likely than not that all of us will live. Are the two sexes of this related? Is it a question of her or us? No. We might all die together or survive. Surviving unharmed is much less probable. With such strong reactions, I do expect a few things to go wrong. Like what? I have no idea. Burns, shock, temporary blindness, impotence. Be a problem for you then. This has never been attempted before. There are so many unknowns, and the introduction of you and Bradley to the scenario adds even more variables. Well, excuse us. We didn't ask to come here. You'll choose to take the risk for Bianca's sake. If I could send the two of you to safety, I would. There is no way to escape without killing Bianca. As I said, the risk parameters have not substantially changed. You can all go about your daily business. I will keep an eye on the lab. God will watch over us. I have hiccups. But with the burning, twisting light of the force field pressing in on around us, how are we supposed to relax for the day? Linda's explanation always sounds sensible, or nearly so, and I'm a sensible girl. I believe in facts and figures. I believe in calculated risks. And yet, as the others part ways, I reach out for Raphael's arm. God damn it! Can we talk? I should help Linz. Please? Oh, alright. I don't want you! I nod my head at the force field. Let's get away from that thing before anything else happens. I lead him into the dining room and throw him on the table where I tear off his clothes and ravage him immediately. Oh, well, we won't sit down. Never mind. And then I place my hands on the table, palms down, and I sigh. What is it? What's the matter? I never thought I'd be saying it like this. I never wanted to rely on intuition. All along you've been saying we were here for a purpose, that there was some design to it, and I don't want to listen to you because that wasn't rational. But I've been thinking about what's happening. Ever since Bradley and I came to this house, I've had dreams about being trapped. Not just that I can't escape, but that I'm being forced to go towards some particular place. No matter where I try to go, I'll always end up here. Like I'm being funneled to it. Where is that? The basement. The laboratory. Bianca. You remember, I saw that at the center of my dream before I even knew she was there. Yes. And it's not just in my dreams. This house, this force field, even the wormhole, bringing me to this house, trapping me inside. I tried to get out and it pushed me back in. Oh my god, it's so dramatic. And now the force fields are collapsing. So just like in my dreams, I'll be dragged down into the center. And I still don't know why, but it feels like my dreams are more than a coincidence. It means something. Yes, but what? If you think it's a warning that the procedure won't work, I'm not sure Linz would listen to a dream. I don't think that's it. I've never seen an explosion or anything like that. I thought I heard one in my sleep, but that was something happening at that moment and not a premonition of the future. Why was I the only person who heard it? The others were asleep, and so was I. Why didn't that sound wake anyone else up, or was there ever a sound at all? All the dreams keep showing me over and over is that I have to go to Bianca. Something wants me to go there, and I can't find it. You said God gives us a chance and brings us opportunities where we can help each other by offering what we have to someone else who needs it. What if, in order for Bianca to live, I have to die? No! What? That's how these things usually work, isn't it? A life for life? What else do I have to give? You want to give your life? Oh, of course not. Maybe that makes a bad person in your opinion, but I'm sorry, but I don't want to die for her. I don't even know her. I have my whole life ahead of me. I've never even had a boyfriend. I want to finish school and have a grand romance and marriage and write a famous book and have my own house and have some kids and get a dog. Maybe not a cat. Maybe a cat if my allergies stop playing up. I clicked that. I'm sorry. Maybe it's selfish of me that my life is more important to me than her life, but what good is a life if you throw it away? How can anyone weigh up the value of one life against another? If one person dies, or another does, either way, it's still terrible. It's just as bad. The only difference is my life is bad, and I think it's worth living. Raphael stares at me with that word. Do you hate me now? No, of course not. I just don't know what to do. Hold me. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm right about being why I'm here? I don't. What happened to your voice? I don't know. I don't know either, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't stop the experiment. All I can do is wait. Whoa, 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 no, slow down. Oh my god, oh my god. 5 minutes or 5 seconds? I have no idea. Do I press the button? All in a bunch, we pelt down the stairs, clawing at the rails to keep from falling. Oh, Liz, the force field is collapsing! Oh, Janet, be careful! He catches my elbow as I stumble. Oh, Bradley, we need to get inside. Albin pulls the door open and holds it so that everyone else can crowd through into the laboratory. Power levels are still increasing. The force field is speeding up out there. We'll be crushed. Perhaps I should recalculate my risk parameters. Can you do it or can't you? With such a powerful reaction, it's clear that something will happen when we engage the plasmonic conduit. There is a substantial chance that it will kill us all. His hand hovers over a series of controls. The beta connector is blown loose again. Raphael, reconnect that! Yes, sir. 3 minutes and counting, but the levels are higher enough that we should engage now if necessary. If the fields keep coming. I swallow hard. This is it then. My life for hers or her life for mine. How will it happen? Will I have the choice? I can hear Raphael frantically whispering words that I don't understand. Vegetariana, Pagasu. So offensive, I'm sorry. But I can't say anything. If it doesn't make a difference, then do it now before this gets worse. And may all the gods forgive us. Linz nods, his eyes scanning rapidly back and forth over the readouts, making final checks. Raphael looks over at me, touches my hand and smiles. Don't be frightened, Janet. I don't think there's any Cross your fingers, here we go. Bright light. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay. Did it work? I can't see anything. Half the circuits are blown and the readouts are dead. Is everyone alright? I'm still alive. I hear thumping noises as someone else moves around in the darkened room. She has a pulse! I knew I was great. Shut up, Linz. He did it! He really did it! Bianca's alive and so am I! Everything's going to be okay! It's really dark down here. It's really dark down here! There should be an emergency flashlight under this panel somewhere. Can you reach it? Are you asking me? No, not you. I meant Raphael. Raphael? Oh no. I fall to my knees on the hard basement floor. He was right here, he was right... My hands encounter a crumpled shape lying next to me, soft and warm and motionless. I pat my way along his side, searching for his wrist, his neck, anything, and then suddenly the unseen form rolls away from my touch, but not under his own power. Oh, Angel, speak to me. My eyes struggle to adjust to the blackness. I can only just make out Linz as a crouching shape holding Raphael in his arms. Please say something. Are you hurt? Do you need help? Answer me. But I know the truth. He gave his life for Bianca's instead of me. That's impossible. Wake up, love. I need you. I knew they were together. I knew you two were everything. Another figure looms in the darkness. Linz, I'm sorry. No, I can fix this. I'll reverse the cycle. You will not. Bianca! One snarls, the other lunges. Metal scrapes against metal, and male voices grunt as they struggle in the dark. Stop it! You can't even see what you're doing! Janet, where are you? I'm here! Baddy, help me! Stop! Someone trips me over and bodies go sprawling. But one body will never move again. Sometime later. No. He had no one else. His parents gave up any claim they had years ago. I didn't know where to find them if I wanted to. But religion was very important to him. Do you know what he wanted for a funeral? Doesn't matter now, does it? Hey, Janet, you gotta see this! Oh. Where is it? The house landed like in the Wizard of Oz. Well, what are you talking about? Everything's overgrown and some of the wires go into the house squished. And there are old sounds and trees knocked over like we fell from the sky. Angel says it looks like his place outside. Nobody had been there for years. How is that possible? I don't know. I've got to go. Maybe this is where Susan went. Linz doesn't move. I don't know what to say. It's my fault, isn't it? I didn't want to die, so Raphael did it for me. He told me not to worry. He knew what he was doing. He was my friend and now he's gone. But I'm not the one who's lost the most. What? Linz's experiment was a success. He had fought past the forces of life and death to give Bianca a second chance. She was alive, though extremely disorientated, and would eventually make a full recovery. However, the powers unleashed had thrown the mansion and its inhabitants 25 years into the future. It was not only Janet and Bianca Bradley who would have to adapt to a new world. The citizens of Atlanta found that their home had changed a great deal, and that they had been declared legally dead long ago. It would take years of work for Nathaniel to regain control of even a fraction of his former resources. What? Janet and Bradley never found any traces of the wormhole or Bradley's sister Susan, or any way back to their home universe. They faced a difficult future, trapped in a strange world without the protections of wealth and privilege, or the guidance of a scientist able to understand what happened to them. Linz's body was found in an alley of Fuchs. Oh no! I was found a few weeks after the experiment that caused death unknown. Ending 10. Equivalent exchange. Son of a bitch! But this is only part of the story. Oh, it doesn't have an anime ending? I was hoping it would have like the opening credits to Date War, but it'd have a closing one like Well, that's it for this episode. I'm gonna fucking do that all again if I have to, and see where I went wrong and see which boy I can land, because people are dead and that's not good. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye!